3 a.m. The power grid died 4 hours ago. Outside, the wind is howling like a banshee with a grudge, and the temperature has dropped to 20 degrees below zero. Inside, your modern home is betraying you. The furnace is silent. The vents are blowing cold drafts, and that expensive insulation in your walls, it's just delaying the inevitable. Your house is not a fortress, a glorified cardboard box trying to hold back the Arctic, and it is losing the war. You have about 6 hours before your living room freezes. Most people panic here. They start running around, doing jumping jacks, or dragging the patio grill into the living room. Congratulations. People just chose 3 different ways to die. We aren't going to do that. We are going to survive this by understanding thermodynamics, biology, the brutal math of heat loss. Let's start with the biggest lie you've been told about cold. You think the cold is an entity that invades your house. Wrong. Cold does not exist. Cold is simply the absence of heat. The universe is a heat vampire. It wants equilibrium. It wants to take the 98.6 degrees inside your chest and spread it out into the universe until you are a brick. Your job is not to heat the house. Heating the house is a waste of energy you do not have. Your job is to stop the universe from stealing your heat. The first mistake everyone makes is trying to heat the air. Air is a terrible insulator. It moves. It circulates. Hot air rises the cracks in your ceiling and leaves. If you are trying to keep a 2,000 square foot house warm with a candle or a propane heater, you are fighting physics. You need to shrink your world. Forget the bedrooms. Forget the kitchen. Pick one room. Ideally, small interior room with no windows. If you can't find that, pick the room with the most carpet. This is your new ecosystem. Close the doors. There are gaps under the doors. Stuff them with towels. You are creating an airlock. But we need to go smaller. Even a small room is big. You need to build a microclimate. Remember pillow forts as a kid. That wasn't a game. That was survival training. Take your mattress off the bed. Drag it into the center. Take the cushions off the couch. Build a box. Throw blankets over the top. What you are building is a human terrarium. The physics here are simple. Your body produces about 100 watts of heat energy just by existing. If you sit in a large room, heat dissipates instantly. If you sit inside a blanket fort, that heat gets trapped. You can raise the temperature inside a well-insulated fort by 15 degrees, just with your own body heat. If you have a dog, use it. Dog is a biological space heater that runs on kibble. If you have family members, get them in there. Cuddle up. It's not romantic. Thermal efficiency. Now, let's talk about your body. Your body is a machine. Like any machine, it has a fail-safe mode. When cold, your brain pulls blood away from your extremities to keep your internal organs alive. This is why fingers go numb first. Your body is deciding that your fingers are expendable. It is sacrificing the crew to save the ship. Your instinct is to put on every piece of clothing you own. This is usually a mistake. If you wear 3 pairs of socks and shove your feet into tight boots, you are compressing the blood vessels. You are cutting off circulation. You are helping the cold kill your toes. Insulation works by trapping dead air. You need loose layers. You want pockets of warm air between your shirt and your sweater. If your clothes are tight, you are compressing the insulation and destroying its R value. Here is the one that kills the most people: sweat. In a survival situation, sweat is death. Sweat is your body's air conditioning system. It is designed to cool you down through evaporative cooling. If you start to sweat, you are in trouble. Wet clothing cools your skin 25 times faster than dry air. If you feel yourself sweating, strip a layer off immediately. Discuss fuel. You cannot run a furnace on empty. You need calories. But not just any calories, you need fat. Digestion creates heat. Called thermogenesis. Eating a salad in a blizzard is useless. You need dense fuel. Butter, peanut butter. If you have butter, a stick of heat. Eating peanut butter before sleep keeps your metabolism burning all night. Now water. The temptation is to eat snow. Do not eat snow. Eating snow is a thermodynamic crime. Your body has to melt it. That takes a massive amount of heat energy from your core. It will drop your temperature faster than standing naked in the wind. Melt it in a pot first, or in a bottle inside your jacket. Talk about the silent killer, the forever sleep, carbon monoxide. When the grid goes down, people get stupid with fire. Charcoal grills inside, gas ovens, generators in the garage. This produces gas you cannot smell. It binds to blood cells. You will just feel tired. You will never wake up. Burn anything inside. Crack a window. Ventilation is life. Sleep is dangerous. If you fall asleep on the floor, you are dead. The floor is a heat sink. Conduction drains heat into the earth. You must elevate. Sleep on the mattress or a pile of clothes. Sleep with your face inside the sleeping bag. Breath moisture condenses. By morning, your insulation is wet and useless. A weird phenomenon called paradoxical undressing. As your body shuts down, muscles fail. You feel a burning heat. Victims tear off their clothes in their final moments. If you feel incredibly hot while freezing, do not undress. A lie your brain is telling you before the lights go out. Sanitation. Frozen pipes mean broken toilets. Do not use them. Use the bucket method. Cholera is worse than cold. Security. In snow, you leave tracks. You cannot hide movement. Silence is armor. Sound travels further in the cold. Let's recap. First, shrink space. Second, insulation over heat. Third, fuel the machine. Fourth, manage moisture. Sweat is death. Body heat is a bank account. Be cheap. Be lazy. Be warm.